What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prize Picks NBA player props video. This one going to be breaking it down, giving you guys 3 picks that you win some money over here on Prize Picks in the NBA tonight. As always, got a smaller slate tonight. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 games. I got 3 picks for you that I already released to my VIP members here for the slate today. So going to be giving them away to you guys for free to the public. Excited to get into it. Before we do, if you enjoyed the content, it would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Trying to get all these videos up to 500 likes. It is free. It takes 2 seconds to do. It does greatly help me out, and I will be providing this content for free all NBA season long to help you guys out in return. And if you are going to be very serious, I do offer premium content packages. That is linked below in the description. Like I said, as far as my VIP member package, you are going to get alerted as soon as I place these tickets to detect this value before these bumps do happen. And already released these over there. So if you want to join, we'd love to have you join. That's all picks, all apps, all sports that I cover. Right now we have the NBA going on. The NFL is wrapping up. I'm working on some college basketball in the background. I'm not sure if that's going to go live this year. I'm really trying to get that live. But then we got the MLB, WNBA coming up around the corner as well. So check that out if you are interested. And let's talk about it. We'll go game by game as we always do. Like I said, not the largest slate, but I do have 3 picks that I'm really high on. These all got 5-star ratings from me from the VIP ticket rating system that I have developed. So first game that I'd like to discuss is going to be the Brooklyn Nets taking on the San Antonio Spurs. This game comes in with a 232.5 over under 5.5 point spread in favor of the Brooklyn Nets. So it's expected to be very up tempo, expected to stay close. All good things, obviously, to produce some statistics here for us today. You look at the pace of these two teams on the season. The San Antonio Spurs coming as the 8th fastest paced team in the entire NBA with a 101.67 pace metric. As far as the Nets are concerned, they're all the way down at the 22nd spot with a 98.77 pace metric. So this is going to be a nice pace-up matchup for the Brooklyn Nets, and they continue to be without Kevin Durant, which is obviously going to be a big deal from a usage aspect. Going to be a lot more usage to go around for this Brooklyn squad, and one guy that I do think it directly impacts in a big way is going to be Mr. Ben Simmons. We already saw him have a big game in his first game here without no Kevin Durant. And Simmons not exactly the greatest scorer, but he does contribute to his team in a lot of other categories, and mainly in the rebounding and assist categories. And we saw that go up in a major way against Boston last time out in his first game with no Kevin Durant. Durant went down on the 8th, first game with no KD. We saw him put up 9 rebounds and 13 assists against a Boston Celtics squad. I do not think that is a coincidence. I think we're going to see a lot more of that out of Ben Simmons until we see the return of Kevin Durant. And I want to be taking advantage, especially against the San Antonio Spurs team that's been dreadful defensively. If you've been watching my content for a while, you already know this, but San Antonio ranks dead last, 30th in the entire league in effective field goal percentage giving up. They're giving up 57.7% as far as a rate from the field to opponents. They're dead last in 3 rank. They're 26th in all mid-range, dead last in long mid-range rank, allowing opponents to shoot 50.6% from the mid-range, and just not have been playing a lot of defense. And obviously Vegas indicating that with the Nets having a 119 implied team total here. So what do I want to be targeting with Simmons? We're already seeing some big juice on his potential assist, or his assist prop, I should say. He's getting 9.7 potential assists per game on the season. That leads the entire Nets team. And keep in mind, that's with Kevin Durant on the floor, who comes in second. So that's just going to go up even more with no KD. As far as the rebounding chances per game for this Brooklyn Nets squad, he's currently 3rd in the league, once again, or 3rd on the team behind Kevin Durant and Nick Claxton. Once again, Kevin Durant out. That's going to obviously boost his rebounding chances. And just talk about it. The first game that we saw with no KD, it really did be put on display really, really quick. 13 assists, 9 rebounds, expecting more of the same here in this one. And it is for that reason, do want to be discussing his rebounds and assist prop over here on Prizepicks. They have it set at 15.5. If you go ahead and look at his rebounding and assist prop, they're currently both set at 7.5. I think we could see maybe one or both of these get bumped as far as the latest odds on Pinnacle for Mr. Ben Simmons. His rebounds are currently set at 7.5 with minus 152 juice on the over, and his assists are set at 7.5 with minus 148 juice on the over 7.5 assists. So would not be surprised to see both of these bump to 8 even before the end of the day, and his rebound and assist prop might even get bumped up to 16.5 possibly. But if you can all get this in at this 15.5 rebound and assist point prop line, I do think you're getting some really good values. So that will be pick number 1, kind of discuss it. No Kevin Durant, more rebounding opportunities, more assist opportunities. The San Antonio Spurs are terrible defensively. And it's also a nice pace-up matchup for him, taking on the Spurs team as well. So it is for all these reasons that I definitely do like the Ben Simmons rebounds and assist prop over here on Prizepicks today. Going to be going with the over 15.5 rebounds, and assists. That will be pick number 1. And then pick number 2, we're going to kick it on down to this next game, another fast up-tempo game. It's the Trailblazers taking on the Denver Nuggets as a 238 over-under. 6.5-point spread in favor of the Denver Nuggets. So once again, expected to stay close. I mean, once again, have a guy similar to Ben Simmons. Really good at rebounding, really good at assisting, all the above. You might have heard of him before. Nikola Jokic, phenomenal talent. His team has a 122.25 implied total, taking on a Portland Trailblazers squad that, once again, doesn't exactly play the best defense. And similar to what we talked about with Ben Simmons, we know Jokic can score, but more than likely going to be taking a little bit of a back seat. He tends to do that when the Nuggets get healthy. So they were dealing with some injuries. When Jokic has to step up and score, he can. But we're now seeing Aaron Gordon back in the lineup, Michael Porter Jr. back in the lineup, Jamal Murray back in the lineup. And when they're fully healthy, he kind of plays a similar role to what we just talked about with Ben Simmons. He can get buckets, but a lot of times he's going to be getting a lot of rebounds and a lot of assists, and it does show in the statistics. As far as the top rebounding chances, guys in the entire league, Jokic comes in as one of the best guys in the league. 17.3 rebounding chances per game. He's got a 63.4% rebounding chance percent metric as well, which is really, really solid. So not only is he getting a ton of chances, but he's converting at a high rate as well. And it's not just the rebounding, but it's also the passing from Jokic. We look at the top assist guy in the league. I know Jokic is a center, but he's right up there as far as potential assists in the entire NBA, trailing just Luka Doncic, Trae Young, Chris Paul, James Harden, Halliburton, which I should mention are all point guards. And Jokic is still all the way up there with 16.3 potential assists per game, with 24.6 assist points created per game for his team. So similar to what we just talked about with Ben Simmons, massive team total, fast up-tempo game. We have a 232.5 over-under here with a 5.5-point spread. This game has a 238 with a 6.5-point spread. Once again, Nuggets having a massive total with a 122.25 implied total. And once again, we're getting some good value over here on the books as far as Pinnacle is concerned on Jokic's rebounds and assists. So rather than having to pick which one, you look at the rebounding prop for Jokic, it's already gotten bumped as well. The assists, actually, I think did get bumped as well. The reboundings have not. That's what I meant to say. So he's got 10 assists. The rebounds are at 10.5, but you look at the latest odds over here on Pinnacle. 10.5 rebound line. He's at minus 134 juice on the over. And as far as his assists are concerned, he's at minus 143 on the over 9.5 assists. So they've already bumped the assists up to 10. The rebounds have not been bumped yet. So obviously you do the math. If he does clear both of these props, that's going to be 11 rebounds. That's going to be 10 assists as far as the 9.5 point line is set, which obviously is going to add up to 21. Rather than having to pick the assists or the rebounds, once again, similar to Ben Simmons, I'm just going to be rocking with the rebounds and assist prop at its 20.5-point line. I do think he's able to surpass one, if not both, and surpass one in a big way. But rather than guessing which one, maybe he goes out there and grabs 20 rebounds, maybe he goes out there and drops 15 dimes. But regardless, do expect him to have a big game in both of those categories. And like I said, one of these props in the assist prop already has been bumped. So we can kind of take advantage of that little half-point discount, quote-unquote, if we add up that 9.5 assists and 10.5 rebounds. This would be set at 21 even if we were to add up the Jokic rebounds and assist prop being bumped. So pick number 2, going to be rocking with this over 20.5 rebounds and assist prop for Nikola Jokic. That will be pick number 2. Similar to Ben Simmons, fast up-tempo, big implied team total. Obviously, we just talked about it. He's one of the top guys in the entire NBA in both those assists and those rebounding chances. So I do think he's able to excel in those categories tonight and surpass this prop for pick number 2. And then pick number 3, we're going to kick it on down to this last game. We have another very high usage guy in this Philadelphia 76ers Los Angeles Clippers game with a 223 over under. 1-point spread in favor of the Philadelphia 76ers, so is expected to stay close. And I'd like to discuss Joel Embiid, one of the top usage guys in the entire NBA. You look at his usage rate on this season, he has a 38% usage rate. That's going to put him up there with the likes of guys like Giannis Antetokounmpo, of guys like Luka Doncic. As a matter of fact, Giannis rocking a 37% usage rate. So Embiid is topping him, getting a ton of shots, and he has been on an absolute roll from a scoring aspect as of late. You look at the game logs for Joel Embiid. He's been on a tear, 35, 30, 30, 36, 42. So he's put up 30 plus in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight games. And now he gets to take on a LA Clippers squad that has been defending the center position pretty poorly. They're giving up 37.3 fantasy points per game to opposing centers. Now, obviously, that's not directly correlated with the points prop, but they're also giving up 7.2 field goals per game to center starters, which is up there as one of the worst in the entire league. So I do expect Joel Embiid to have some success down low. Joel Embiid gets to the free throw line a ton. He really does it all, man. You look at the field goals attempted per game as far as Embiid. He's 4th in the entire NBA, 20.9 field goals attempted per game. He shoots 53.6% from the field. He takes 3.1 three-pointers per game, where he shoots 35% from behind the arc. And he also goes to the free throw line 11.6 times per game, where he shoots an impressive 85.5% from the free throw line for a center. You don't see a lot of centers shoot at that high of a rate from the free throw line, but Joel Embiid is that guy. And we are getting some really good value on his points prop. I was able to get this in at 31.5 for my VIP members. And as far as the latest odds over here on Pinnacle at that 31.5 line for Mr. Joel Embiid, we're talking about minus 152 juice on the over. So for pick number 3, and it did get bumped to 32.5 as I'm recording here. I did get this in at 31.5. And of course, I hit that record button. He's the 3rd pick, and now it is up at 32.5. So I'm still going to promote the play. This is a great matchup. Full transparency, I did get this in at 31.5. So when you see the screenshots of the plays, when you see the screenshots of the little short reels, TikToks I do, you will see this at 31.5 because I always clip that up at the line that I got it at. But it's up to you if you take bumps. This did get bumped up right as I'm recording. I do still think this is a great pick, but for full transparency, the 31.5 point line was definitely really, really good value. That was the line that I got in at when I hit this record button, trying to get these videos out as soon as possible after I'm able to get these picks in. And that's why I send them to VIP right away, because these bumps do happen quickly. But I think the guy goes out there and puts up in the mid-30s, if not 40+. I think he has a big game. If you're value hunting, it would be more ideal to get this in at 31.5. It is unfortunate that these bumps do happen. I cannot control them. But I think Embiid has a big game. So still going to promote the play at 32.5. I have to be honest and tell you that I did get it in at 31.5, just so you know. That would be better value, but it's only a 4-game slate. Like I said, I think he's one of the best plays on the slate. 1, 2, 3, 4 games. Still going to promote the play. I think he goes out there and has a big game. So I guess from a record aspect, if he doesn't clear this 32.5 point line for the YouTube record, I will count it as an L, just because I am recording this and it is up at 32.5, but I did get it in at 31.5. So that's all for me in this one, guys. That's my 3 picks. Get you winning some money over on Prizepicks in the NBA tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Once again, if you want to get those push alerts, all my 5-star rating tickets you would have gotten this morning. These 3 picks are the guys that I was on. Once again, I got Embiid in before that bump, but kind of giving you guys these top VIP picks for free today because it's a small slate. And I really do like this, and I wanted to get this video out for you guys, some content and some good picks. So love these for sure. That's all for me. Wishing you all the best of luck on your Prizepicks NBA player props tonight, and we will see you in the next one.